Pine-Richland High School set to name Seneca Valley assistant coach Stephen Campos as their new head football coach.
Our Jillian Hartman learning from a source that announcement is set to come this Wednesday at a special school board meeting. And when Jillian alerted us to this major development, we had our Amy Hudak learn more about Campos and his history here in Western PA. Amy, what can you tell us?
David and Lisa, Stephen Campos has spent the last 7 years as an assistant coach at Seneca Valley, most recently the quarterback coach. He his team was supposed to play Pine-Richland last year, but that game was actually postponed due to the pandemic. He's also coached at several colleges, including Washington and Jefferson, Robert Morris, and Bethany College in West Virginia. Campos will replace Eric Kasparovich, whose contract and that of his entire coaching staff was not renewed, following what the district called a months-long investigation into bullying and hazing allegations within the high school football team. Kasparovich has denied those allegations and has since filed a defamation lawsuit against the district. We will be here at Pine-Richland at 6 o'clock on Wednesday, following all of the developments that come out of this special board meeting, and we will let you know any more details on air and online. Live at Pine-Richland, Amy Hudak, Channel 11 News.